Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. We finally reached 500 subscribers. That's a very big achievement for myself personally. I never would have thought that I've reached that many subscribers as fast as I did. The video on how to start a box trucking business has been doing really well. I've gained a bunch of new subscribers from that video. If you're a new subscriber here, thank you guys so much. I appreciate all your support. To dive more into the box trucking business, in this video, we're gonna be talking about how you can book loads and find work for that box trucking business. Because if those wheels aren't turning, you're not earning. So let's dive into it. First, before booking any loads, finding any kind of work, it's very important that you identify all of your monthly expenses. What you need to do is prorate all those monthly expenses and divide those on how much it's going to cost you every day to run that box trucking business. If you have a truck note, put that in there. You have fuel, you have driver pay, you have insurance, you have taxes, your e-log. The most important thing you're going to have is money into escrow. These trucks are going to break down. It's not a matter of if they break down, it's a matter of when they break down. But when you have money put aside into your escrow account, it's not going to affect you because you're already prepared and you already have money put aside to fix that truck. So it's very important that you identify how much it's going to cost you to run that box trucking business on a day-to-day basis. Once you identify all of your prorated expenses on a day-to-day basis, it's time to move on to the next step, and that's making money. Finding those loads and keeping those wheels turning so you're earning. When finding loads for any trucking business, the most common practice is going to be the load boards. You have the 123 load board, you have Trucker Path, and you have DAT load board, just to name a few. Personally, we've always had success with the DAT load board. It's very beneficial. It shows you real live loads that you can pick up in your area, or a lot of times you can pick a different area that you want to travel from. So if you're in Michigan and you want to travel to Ohio, it's going to show if there's loads available in that area going from wherever in Michigan to wherever in Ohio. And what's very beneficial about the DAT load board's website is you can look all across the United States and see what the average loads are paying per mile. A lot of different companies identify how much they're going to be paid per mile. They don't move their truck unless they make that amount per mile. So it's very important that you identify how much it costs to run your business every day for each truck so that you can know how much you're going to charge per mile. Personally, we've always did at least $250 a mile. It can be different for you or different for your area. So identify all of your expenses, prorate it every day to run that business, and then choose a bottom line as far as how much you're going to charge per mile. Just keep in mind that sometimes you may have to take less to get out of certain areas. Some areas are better than others. The power of negotiating. When you're calling to book these loads, have a price in mind, because when you look on these load boards, sometimes they have a price and sometimes they don't. So it's going to be about negotiating these rates. Put on your negotiating voice. Negotiate these loads and get the highest amount possible for you to move that truck. Be stern when calling to book these loads. Have a price in mind. Because remember, sometimes when you look on the load board, they don't have prices of what they're paying per load. So you got to call them and negotiate a rate. Have your number in mind, start high, and they're of course going to work you down a little bit. So start high, because if you start low, there's no way to work up from there. So start high above what your actual bottom dollar is and work from there. Don't move and don't settle for anything you're not comfortable with. But like I said again, sometimes you may be stuck in an area and you have to take less than other times. Another very underrated way to booking loads and to finding work for your box trucking business is going to be driving for dollars. Chances are, if you heard of driving for dollars, you heard it in the real estate world. It means when they're driving around for properties, they're looking to wholesale or even resell for profit. But in the trucking industry, driving for dollars means if you're driving your personal car or even in your box trucking business, anytime you see a dock, write the name of that company and call and ask to speak to the shipper. When speaking to the shipper, let them know, hey, I have a box trucking business, I'm in the area, and I want to work with you guys. Chances are, if you call a million different people, you can get that one call and that can land you dedicated freight. Dedicated freight in this industry is going to be the best because you know that it's dedicated and it's consistent. And then also, when you're running for these companies, when you finally do land that contract with these companies, show up on time. If you're not showing up on time, you're late. Show up on time and over communicate. They love when you communicate. If you over communicate and you show up on time, chances are they're going to love you, and potentially you can put even more trucks on with that company and you can grow your business. So drive for dollars anywhere you go and just stay on the phone and keep calling. The more you call, the more chances you're gonna land a contract. Another way for finding loads and booking loads is gonna be Amazon Relay. If you've been looking into the box trucking industry, then Amazon Relay, chances are you've heard of it. It's very, very lucrative business. A lot of people are finding very much success using Amazon Relay. The secret for loads on Amazon Relay is to go on their app between 2 to 6 a.m. I've heard that if you go on between 2 to 6 a.m., you're gonna find so many different loads in your area. You may not even need to leave the state for these loads. They're gonna have what they're charging per rate, and you can see all the details you need on the Amazon Relay app. But also, one thing to know is it takes sometimes a while to get approved with Amazon Relay. My partner and I, we applied on there. It took us about 2 weeks to get approved. So just keep that in mind. Find different avenues until you get approved on Amazon Relay. And also, you need to know how much insurance you're gonna have to have for Amazon Relay. Right here is a picture on what exactly you need for your insurance. But if you watch my latest video on how to start a box trucking business, you have that correct insurance and you know how much you need to run for Amazon Relay or any other company. But if you didn't check out that video, link will be down below on how you can start your own box trucking business. So if you watch the video on how to start a box trucking business, then chances are you have a factoring company that you're gonna be using when you pay for these loads. So with factoring companies, there are a bunch of different factoring companies around the world. On my last video, I gave about 5 suggestions on the factoring companies you should work with. And when working with these factoring companies, they do have dispatchers. I was going to talk about dispatchers, and that's another way to find loads for your business. And if you call your factoring company, they can give you a bunch of different companies to work with as far as dispatchers. Dispatchers are very, very helpful for your business when starting off because they're going to book loads for you. So if you book a load from Michigan to Ohio and you're on your way to Ohio to drop off that load, chances are your dispatcher is looking live loads to find you a way from Ohio back to Michigan or even to a different destination. So the dispatcher is going to do all the work for you, and they're only going to charge you a small percentage. Most of the time it's going to be 10%. That 10%, remember, it's going to be a tax write-off, so get you a great accountant, but it's a cost of doing business. Finding a great dispatcher is vital into your business because you want to keep those wheels turning because then you're earning money. You want them to maximize on your profits. If the load is showing on the load board for $500 and your dispatcher is calling to book that load for $500 every time, it's not going to make sense. You want to maximize all of your profits. You want your dispatchers giving you the max dollars because the more you're getting paid, the more they're getting paid. All dispatchers aren't good dispatchers. A lot of times they're dispatchers that are new to the game and they're not giving you what you deserve. So make sure you're getting above your bottom dollar. If you're not getting your bottom dollar, getting what you deserve, then talk to other drivers when you're on the road in other companies. Get referrals on different dispatchers to work with. It's best to get referrals because you know that they're running for this business, so the chances are they're doing good. So they could be doing good for you as well. So identifying and finding a great dispatcher is going to be very beneficial for your business because the more they negotiate loads, they're going to be happy, you're going to be happy. You guys are both going to be making money. Always over communicate in this industry. The more questions you ask, the more you know, the less problems you're going to have. Finding a great dispatcher and keeping them is going to be very vital for your business. It's going to take so much pressure off of you as far as finding loads. So look into that as well. Just remember, identify how much your truck is running per mile and just use this simple math when booking your loads. For the last part of this video, we're going to be crunching the numbers. By far my favorite part. I'm going to look on a load that was on the load board and I'm going to do the math. Show you guys how to do the math on these loads so you can see how much you're going to be charging. So if you look at this load, it's going from Grand Rapids to Greenville, South Carolina. It's going to be 769 miles. And also, if you notice on here, they don't have a price on what they're paying for this load. If you see on here, it says SB, straight box truck. It's going to be a 26-footer. The weight is 4,500 pounds. And it also shows the company that's booking this load. What's very important also when looking at these loads, look at the credit score for these companies. A lot of times, companies that are putting loads on these load boards, your factoring company will not work with these companies because chances are they haven't paid. So first, identify and look at the company that are running these loads because you don't want to do a load and you don't get paid for that. We did a load, ran the load for the company, and we didn't get paid till 2 months after because our factoring company did not work with that company. So be smart and do your due diligence on looking at the company and looking at their credit score. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, when crunching these numbers, and we notice that it's 769 miles on this load. So what we're gonna do is 769, we're gonna divide that into 6. We notice that our truck runs 6 miles per gallon. So when doing that, it's gonna be 128 gallons. Now we know going from Grand Rapids to Greenville, South Carolina, it's gonna take 128 gallons to get there. So what we're gonna do with that 128, we're gonna multiply that times 4. We know that's a little bit more than what diesel is right now, but we're just gonna overshoot. So we're gonna times that by 4, and now we have $512.66. So now we know to run this load from Grand Rapids, Michigan to Greenville, South Carolina, it's gonna cost us $512 just in fuel. So it's important. So now we take that 769, remember I told you guys, our bottom dollar is $2.50 a mile. So if we did $2.50 a mile, we're gonna charge them $1,922. But what we're gonna do is, since Grand Rapids is not our area and it's a couple hours away from where we are, we're gonna charge them for deadhead miles, meaning we're driving empty to pick up that load. So we're gonna do 769. We're gonna charge them $3 a mile. So times 3 is gonna be 2307. We're gonna call them and say, hey, I can run this load from Grand Rapids, Michigan to Greenville, South Carolina. They're gonna say, how much are you looking to charge for this load? I'm gonna tell them, hey, I'm gonna charge $2307. They may say, oh, okay, we can do that. Or they may tell you, no, that's crazy, that's outrageous. But what you're gonna do now is you're gonna negotiate. Have that bottom dollar in your mind and do not go below that bottom dollar. So use this formula when booking loads for your company. Identify how much your truck is running, miles per gallon, and then use this formula. As always, thank you guys for your support. Let's get this video to 100 likes. Smash that like button. Also, comment down below any suggestions you do have as far as getting loads for anyone else's box trucking business, so we can all educate each other and we can all win in this industry. So subscribe, and also tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Thank you guys so much.